Hi, everybody. Right now, I'm going to go over your lesson for today in math. Today, we're dealing with benchmark fractions. All right, and the first assignment that you guys will have to do, we're going to go into math. All right, it says math benchmark fractions. I'm going to read the directions. It says, please read and follow directions in order. And we know what in order means 1, 2, 3, and so forth. Number 1, it says, watch the math video of me teaching the lesson. This video, okay? Number 2, it says, complete the boom cards, benchmark fractions. If you miss 5 or more, please redo them. Number 3 says complete ClassWorks mathematics. Later this afternoon, if you have passed 2 or more of your lessons in ClassWorks with an 80 or better today, you may play games before dismissal. That's only before we leave for the day. Please do not ask me if you can play games earlier than that. And the boys and girls at home will have you guys will have the ability to get off early. All right, if you are done with all of your work for today, as well as from Tuesday and Monday. All right, then it says use the fraction tiles to help you. In class, students have your own copy. Virtual students will use what I have uploaded, which is this, the Fraction Tiles digital resource. And I'm going to go to this, and that's what that looks like. And I'm also uploading this as well. This is a virtual, right? These are virtual fraction bars or fraction tiles. All right. So I'm going to go into today's lesson. Your first task card, or at least on my screen, it says which fraction is less than 1/2. You have these options: 1/3, 5/6, 3/4, and 7/8. And in order to compare, um, when we think about 1/2, we look at the bottom numbers and which of these, obviously the third is prime, so we're gonna skip that one for right now. But this one is divided into 6. So I think which fraction that has a denominator of 6 is equivalent to 1/2. All right, 1/2 is equivalent to 3/6. And I know this because if I look on I'll compare this 1/2 right here to 3/6. I have 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6, and they line up right there. So I know that 3/6 is equivalent to 1/2. I also know this because half of 6 is 3. What is half of 4? That means 2 times what gives me 4? All right, and it's 2. So 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2. What is half of 8? Half of 8 is 4. All right, so in this case, let's look at this one, 7/8. Is 7/8 going to be greater than, less than, or equal to 1/2? Well, if 4/8 is equivalent to 1/2, if I go back here, and I can change my denominator, I'll click on this one. It says 4/8. If 4/8 is equivalent to 1/2, well, I can change my numerator. I can have 5/8, 6/8, 7/8. This is what 7/8 looks like. Well, 7/8 is close to this one whole. It's close to one whole. It's also greater than 1/2. Here's 1/2 up here. So I know that 7/8 is greater than 1/2. Okay. So but it says, my question says, which fraction is less than 1/2? So I know that D cannot be my answer. Let's look at 3/4. How many fourths are equivalent to 1/2? I know that 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2. So if I have my numerator, let's go back to the fraction tiles. All right, so here I have 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2. I'm gonna click on it. I have to go to my fourths. I'm gonna change the numerator. I have 3. So now I have 1, 2, 3/4. Well, I see that 3/4 is greater than this half up here. Okay, so I know that my answer choice can't be C. So we've eliminated D and we've eliminated C. Now let's look at 5/6. How many 6 are equivalent to 1/2? Let's go back. And here are my 6. And I know that 1, 2, 3, 6 are equal to 1/2. Well, here on my boom card, my answer choice for B is 5, 6. All right, so if I click on this one right here and I change my numerator, my top number, 4 to 5. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see that 5, 6 is greater than this half in orange at the top. So I know that it can't be B either. Now I'm left with 1/3. Okay, so let's look at thirds. Up here, I don't have anything divided into thirds, so I can change that. I can click on this. I'll click on the 3/4. I'll change my denominator to 3, and I'll change my numerator to 1. So now I have 1/3. Do we see how the 1/3 is smaller than this 1/2? Okay, the 1/2 is closer to this to 1/2 than the 1/3 is. So I know that my answer choice, I know that 1/3 is going to be less than 1/2. Okay, so now let's look at this one. Which fraction is less than 1/2? Which one is less than 1/2? Okay, so I can't choose. I see some that are equivalent to 1/2. Let's eliminate the ones that are equivalent, because right here it says less than. I know that 3/6 is equivalent to 1/2, so I know that A cannot be my answer. I also know that 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2, so B can't be my answer. Let's look at 6/8. How many eighths are equivalent to 1/2? Well, I know that 4/8 is equivalent to 1/2 because remember, half of 8 is 4. And even if I look up here, if I divide I'll click right here to the eighths because there you see the denominator is 8. I'm going to change my, all right, so 4/8 is equivalent. It lines up right here with the 1/2. All right, so we have 6/8. Have to change it. So my numerator is going to go from 4 to 5 to 6. All right, see how 6/8 is greater than this 1/2 in orange? It is greater than the 1/2 in orange. All right, so 6/8 can't be my answer. So now I have D left, 1/4. Well, I know that 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2. So if 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2, 1 less than 2 is 1/4. Now let's look at it on let's go to our 4. We're going to partition the shape into 4. So I'll go up here. All right, my denominator changes from thirds to fourths. And then I have 1/4. Do we see how the 1/4 is less than 1/2? It's less than, it stops right here. The 1/2 stops right here. So the green 1/4 is smaller than the orange 1/2. Okay. So then my answer choice is D. All right. Now let's look at this. This is the last one we're doing together. It says which fraction is equal to 1/2? I think about which one of these, when I look at the bottom number, the top number or the numerator has to be half of the denominator. All right, what is half of 8? Half of 8 is 4. But here you have a 3, so it's not A. 3/8 is less than 1/2 because 4/8 is equivalent to 1/2. Let's look at this one. 10. What is half of 10? If I have 10, half of the 10 is 5. So I know that my answer choice is B. Let's look at 6. 4, 6. What is half of 6? Half of 6 is 3. So I know that 3/6 is equivalent or equal to 1/2. So 4/6 has to be greater than 1/2. Let's look at the thirds. 3 is a prime number. You cannot split 3 in half. Okay? All right, now, so that leaves me with my answer choice is B. It is half. And even with this one, it says which fraction is equal to 1. Which one of these, remember, in order for a fraction to be equal to 1, the numerator and denominator have to match. The numerator and denominator have to match. Right here, you have a 1 as the numerator and a 3 as a denominator. So I know that they obviously don't match. 1 and 3 are not the same numbers. All right, here I have a 4 and a 1. The 4 is the numerator and the 1 is the denominator. If it looks like this, 4 divided by, that means 4 divided by 1. What is 4 divided by 1? 1 times what number gives me 4? It is 4. So this is 4 wholes. That's greater than, if the numerator is larger than the denominator, that means it's called an improper fraction. And improper fractions are greater than 1 whole. All right. So here we have 2 over 2. 2 halves. That means that it is equivalent to 1 whole. And then here we have 3 over 1. 3 divided by 1 is equivalent to 3. So B and D are greater than 1 whole because B is equivalent to 4 and D is equal or equivalent to 3. 2 halves is equivalent to 1 whole. Okay? So this is what you guys are doing for math. You're doing your Boom test cards first. And again, I'll have this this website in for you as well as this. So you guys just look at, you can look at this, the digital fraction tiles. And then here you have virtual fraction tiles. This is okay. And you can manipulate them by, don't mess with the 1/2 because you're comparing all your other fractions to 1/2. You can change to 1/4. You can click 1/4, 5/6, 6/8, 5/10. Whichever one you click on, you can change the numerator, which is the top number, and you can change the denominator or the bottom number. See how the pieces get smaller? The pieces get smaller. The larger the denominator, the smaller the pieces. So we see that? Okay. See how halves are greater than eighths? Okay. So after you're done with you watch the video for math, which is this video first. Then you complete the Boom test cards titled Benchmark Fractions, which is what I just went over. If you missed 5 or more, please redo them. And then you click on ClassWorks Mathematics, all right? And you work until the remainder until you pass at least 2 lessons in ClassWorks Mathematics. Okay, so all right, you guys, that is what you're doing for today's math lesson. All right, good luck. And I know that you can do it. Take your time.